We are back with our budget discussions. We're now welcoming the Community Education Commission, and we're going to just take 1 second and recognize some of the elected officials who are with us today in the back, which we appreciate. We have Councilmember Bill Pridemore, who is chair of the Metro Council budget process. We have Councilman Larry Hager, who is back there, and we also have Councilmember Russ Pulley. We appreciate all of you coming down today, and we also have Public Defender Diener back there. I think she's just in line for her next one. And I'm going to turn this over to Talia, and then she's going to turn it back to you, and you can introduce yourself and whomever you brought with you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good morning. The Community Education Commission provides educational development and training opportunities for Davidson County residents. They have a current budget with a Metro subsidy of $349,000 and $551,000 of other revenues that come through the commission. They are budgeted for 3.49 FTEs, and they have a budget request of $73,800, which includes 1 FTE. And with that, I will turn it over to you, Mary Beth.
Okay, great. Thank you all.
This is her first hearing.
I know. It's very excited. Very excited about it.
Yeah, and thank you all for having us. This is Brian Gilson. He's the chair of our commission, our 7-person commission. And so what we're really asking for this year all sort of revolves around community outreach and development.
Okay.
So Talia mentioned the FTE. That is for our communications and engagement coordinator, who will be doing a lot of the marketing for our group. But really what I want them to do is to be able to go out into the community, to events, to possible partners, and be able to ask people, specifically the ones that we're currently underserving, which namely is the Hispanic community and the community of people who do not have a bachelor's or higher degree, and find out why we're underserving them. So we can sit around all day and speculate about why that is, but we need some actual data to find out why aren't you coming to us to take classes? What's preventing you from doing that? Is it the classes we offer? Is it accessibility? Is it childcare? What is it that's preventing you from coming? And then work with me to develop some initiatives to then serve those communities. So that's really the big goal of that position, is to be going out into communities. We want to be starting to go to more events. We want to start some more partnerships. We have something coming up hopefully in the fall with Martha O'Brien, and I sort of did a mini survey of sorts with them to try to find out what kind of classes do you want us to have, what would prevent you from coming to class, what are the costs that might prevent you from coming to class. And so that's sort of a small version of what I want to do, but then I want that person to be doing that all the time.
Yeah, and we see that person as being really critical to our longer-term goal of expanding our reach throughout the city, specifically creating satellite locations in North and East Nashville.
So let's talk a minute about the role of community ed and what you all actually do. You've got 3.5 positions.
Yes.
What are those folks doing on a daily basis?
We currently just have the 3, and so there's me, the executive director. Currently I'm doing a lot of the marketing, a lot of the general initiative programming, trying to come up with some partnerships. We currently have some with Public Defender, library, Farmers Market was new this year. We did some classes with them.
So when you say with them, are you talking about you're doing it for Metro employees? Or
no, we're hosting it for the public.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah, maybe step back and talk about the classes.
So I guess I'll talk about the program as a whole first. So we offer enrichment classes, both professional development and just personal enrichment classes. We try to keep those very affordable. The average price is $37.50 for a class. They can range anywhere from 1 night to 12 weeks.
Okay.
We have 2 locations currently that are main locations. So Cone School in Sylvan Park, where most of our classes are, and the Wright Middle School is our first satellite location in the Southeast. This semester, we started offering a few classes at the Nashville Farmers Market in their Grow Local kitchen.
So like what?
We did bread making, which I actually participated in, and it was fantastic. We also had a CSA fair. We have a fresh savings coming up the first week of April that is how to use the market on a budget. So you can use SNAP, or how do you participate in a CSA and actually save money,
Some of the other most popular classes.
In general, it really ranges. Our most popular are oil painting, upholstery, sort of those fun enrichment classes, but then we also have languages, so Spanish is is extremely popular, as you might imagine. We have a lot of technology classes that are very popular as well, especially with the older community. And
Can you talk briefly about where you find your instructors?
Yeah.
How the instructors come in?
Yeah, so we currently have a volunteer with a stipend is how we work. Some of our instructors just volunteer their time. So we reach out into the community and ask people to share their passions. That can either be their careers or maybe just a hobby that they have. And some instructors do receive a stipend, a percentage of the class fees, but that's really just to help them, with their time, make sure that they know we're valuing their time and their travel. But we really just reach out through organizations, or we put out a call for instructors kind of 3 times a year, and it's just other members of the community coming to share their knowledge.
So you get some money from us, but you also get the majority of your money from somewhere else. Where does that come from?
We get revenues from our classes, so that's usually about $60,000 to $65,000, and then we have a reserve fund that we've been pulling from as well, and that's about it. So
They have proposed a significant shift in how we prepare their budget for FY17.
Yep.
Because they have recognized, I think, that they can't continue to grow and provide services in other areas of the community if there's not a different strategy on how to move forward. I think that would be worth just spending a couple of minutes on.
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, our goal is to really keep our classes as affordable as possible. We want everyone from the community to be able to take our classes no matter what. And right now, if we make $5,000 extra dollars a year in revenue, that's huge. That's 200 to 300 extra students served in a year. But $5,000 doesn't translate to a lot. It's definitely not a full-time employee or anything like that. So unless we drastically changed our business model and increased our class cost, and therefore we're serving the same students, we would not be able to grow. We would be able to stay stagnant, but our goal is to be able to serve everyone in Nashville and at least have a location in every quadrant of the city. And in order to do that, we're going to need more funding, or at least, not be dependent upon that extra $5,000 in revenue.
What about partners?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very interested in the PIPs. I think we would be a great place to partner with people. And we've been trying to increase partnerships. But one of the problems we have when we go to another location is that we need to have a representative from our group there. So we've been hiring site coordinators. If one of us, if someone has to stay at Cone, then someone else has to go there. We've been hiring site coordinators. So that's a cost that we need to think about when we do work with partners. And we've been working with the Nashville Farmers Market. They still need to pay those instructors. So we're still, even though it's a partnership, there's still some cost incurred there. But we're definitely interested in pursuing some of those PIPs with other departments, because I think we'd be a great place for people to come to if they have an initiative that they want to share with the city. We're a great place for you to come and have a class about that. And that'd be a great way for us to work together. That really wouldn't be any extra cost.
One area that we talked about is it's a natural kind of discussion we need to have with libraries and parks and things like that, where they already have existing staff available maybe to welcome people and just to get the class started, and that may be a way to expand services without a lot of
cost.
Without cost.
Absolutely.
So she's been
I've been
talking to a lot of people.
Good.
That's kind of how, Martha O'Brien would be a situation like that, because they do have a nighttime staff person, so we would just be using their classrooms.
Right.
And we do have an MOU with schools right now, so that we are, using their facilities at no cost, other than a site coordinator. But
Okay. Rich?
So what is this, where will this leave their fund balance, I can tell you, if they draw this down this year?
You would know better than me. I think in about a $300,000 to $400,000 range, somewhere
I
in
believe
there.
it's right now, the reserve fund is at $325.
Okay.
And then plus whatever this year's would be.
And we've agreed that they would use that for one-time expenses of the commission if we move forward with this new budgeting strategy.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Anything else? Yep. Great. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Great.
Great.
Thank
Have a
you.
great rest of your day.
Thanks.
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 Great.